Hi, I'm Sam Crow with Birdzilla.com. This is a quick review of our app, America's 50 Favorite Birds. The app was primarily designed for people interested in watching and feeding birds in their backyard. It actually includes 58 different species, so you're going to get 8 birds free. There were just a few birds we couldn't leave out, and there are a couple of species like house sparrow and starling that probably aren't on your favorite birds list, but for identification purposes, we felt they needed to be included in the app. Now, when the app first loads, you'll see images and information on 5 different species. You navigate just by dragging the pages right and left, or you can use the arrows in the upper right-hand corner. You can also filter by eastern and western half of the country. Of course, many species are common throughout the country. If you happen to live in the Midwest, you're going to get perhaps more birds from the east, depending on where you're located, but you may also find more western species, so you're going to be in great shape. Let's use the American Goldfinch as an example, and you will see that our thumbnail information includes the size of the bird, the fact that the American Goldfinch is migratory, that the male is bright in the spring, dull in the winter, the female is duller than the male on a year-round basis, and it prefers sunflower and Niger. There's a play birdsong icon on the right and a microphone icon. Tap on the microphone icon to hear an audio description. That's a great feature for kids. For more detailed information, tap on the American Goldfinch anywhere left of the play birdsong icon. This will bring up detailed information about the American Goldfinch. There is a more info icon that will take you to the Birdzilla.com website if you're connected to the internet. There's also a little checkbox. You just tap on the checkbox to add it to the list of the birds that you've seen. If you'll tap on the little Seen tab at the top, you'll see these are the birds that we have checked off that we have seen. And then if you go back to the profile, you can also see a range map of the American Goldfinch. On the bottom half of the app, on the left, you'll see some thumbnails. Tap on the thumbnail to see the image open much larger. And basic information, description of the birds, nesting information, similar species, something called the Bent Life History, which is great, and information on attracting the bird. If we go back to 50 favorites, let's select another one to give you another quick example about the house finch. It's very widespread. The same kind of information. Again, if you tap on the icon on the left or the thumbnail on the left, you'll see a larger image of the bird. In that case, that's the male. And this is the very much plainer female house finch. Then the other major section of the app is called the Essentials. The Essentials includes information about 50 typewritten pages of information about enjoying watching birds and feeding birds in your backyard. There is a navigation bar at the top of the app. First section is on bird feeders. We provide information on the different kinds of bird feeders, selecting bird feeders and feeder care. There's a bird feeder preference chart published by the National Bird Feeding Society. Perhaps the best way to attract more birds to your backyard is to add water. We have information on different kinds of bird baths and the use of misters and drippers. It's always nice to have a good pair of binoculars around to watch the birds in your backyard or at your local park. We provide information on selecting binoculars, their care and their cleaning. Some people still like printed field guides, and we provide information and review on some of the more popular field guides that are available. Gardening for birds is a very popular hobby. The app includes information on native plants that you can use to attract birds and information on organic gardening. Everybody likes to know what birds that they are seeing in their backyard. There's a section with a little bit of information on bird identification. If you send an image of your bird to one of our websites called NameThatBird.com, we'll try to identify it for you. And the Birdzilla.com website has pages and pages of information to help you identify the bird that you see. A lot of people like to learn the songs of the birds they hear singing in their yard. We provide information on learning to identify birds, songs of a few of the popular species, and some products that are keyed to playing bird songs and identifying bird songs. Bird photography has become more popular with the advent of digital photography, and we have a few tips on bird photography. And the section ends with information on 3 popular groups of birds: purple martins, hummingbirds, and by the way, we have our own app now dedicated to hummingbirds. It's called Hummingbird HD, It includes detailed profile information on 16 species and images of over 100 hummingbird species from places like Mexico, Costa Rica, and Ecuador. And the final section is on bluebirds. We have information on eastern, western, and mountain bluebirds, as well as maybe some prize cavity nesters. So those are the main sections of the app America's 50 Favorite Birds. It's available in the Apple App Store for $3.99. You're invited also to visit Birdzilla.com for information on all of our apps. Thank you.